Leadership comes with great responsibility, but it also demands a certain level of awareness about the world beyond your borders. And when you're the President of the United States, people expect you to not only know your country, but also the global landscape. Yet, in a moment that stunned many, former President Donald Trump called Lesotho, a small but sovereign nation in southern Africa, a country nobody has heard of, a comment that quickly raised eyebrows and had the world questioning how much he truly knew about this little-known kingdom that plays a significant role in its region. But what exactly went wrong here? Is this just another case of an off-the-cuff remark, or does it reveal a deeper issue with global awareness and understanding? Stay tuned as we unravel the impact of Trump's geography blunder, the history of Lesotho, and why this ignorance could have some serious consequences. Opening scene: Donald Trump's controversial remark about Lesotho, calling it a country nobody has heard of, ignited widespread criticism and backlash. His comment not only reflected a lack of awareness about global geography, but also exposed a deeper issue of ignorance regarding African nations. Lesotho, a small landlocked country in southern Africa, may not be globally famous, but it holds significant historical, cultural, and geopolitical importance. Trump's remark highlighted how such ignorance can damage diplomatic relations, perpetuate harmful stereotypes, and negatively impact a leader's public image, underscoring the importance of global awareness in international leadership. The background of the incident. The incident took place during a public appearance where Trump was discussing various African nations and their political or economic issues. When referring to Lesotho, Trump remarked that it was a country nobody has heard of, a comment that many saw as dismissive and uninformed. The remark was made in the context of a larger conversation about international affairs, where Trump's lack of awareness about global geopolitics was laid bare for the world to see. Lesotho, a small landlocked country in southern Africa, may not be as globally recognized as some other nations, but it has a rich history and significance. The country's monarchy, its unique position completely surrounded by South Africa, and its historical relationship with the British make it an important nation in the context of African geopolitics. For Trump to label it as a country unknown to the world speaks volumes about his limited understanding of the global stage. The geographic and historical significance of Lesotho. Lesotho, with a population of around 2 million people, may be small compared to its larger neighbors like South Africa, but it occupies a unique position in the world, one of only 3 countries in the world completely landlocked by another country. Lesotho is a geographical anomaly. Its mountainous terrain, often referred to as the kingdom in the sky, contributes to its stunning natural beauty. The country's political structure is rooted in a monarchy, where the king serves as a ceremonial head of state while a parliamentary system governs the nation. Lesotho gained independence from Britain in 1966 and has since managed to maintain a relatively peaceful history, despite the challenges posed by its larger neighbors and regional conflicts. Understanding these aspects of Lesotho is essential to appreciating its cultural and political identity. The country's monarchy, its history of British colonialism, and its strategic geographical position all contribute to its unique role in the African continent. However, by dismissing Lesotho as a country nobody has heard of, Donald Trump ignored these significant elements, reducing a nation with a rich history and distinct identity to a mere stereotype of obscurity. This comment not only reflected a lack of global awareness, but also perpetuated a narrative of American ignorance towards lesser-known countries. Diplomatic implications and backlash. Trump's remarks did not go unnoticed by the global community, especially those in Lesotho and surrounding nations. Politicians, diplomats, and international leaders swiftly criticized the comment as an example of ignorance and cultural insensitivity. For many, it wasn't just a slip-up, but a stark reminder of the wider issues concerning the U.S. administration's approach to foreign policy, particularly in Africa. The backlash wasn't limited to politicians. Lesotho's citizens and people from other African nations took to social media, Expressing their displeasure and disappointment, many felt that Trump's words reflected a broader Western tendency to ignore or undervalue African countries, dismissing them as insignificant or irrelevant to global matters. This response highlights a crucial point. Trump's ignorance of Lesotho underscores a deeper issue of how many African countries are often overlooked or misunderstood on the world stage. Additionally, comments like these can be seen as a violation of diplomatic norms. Public statements made by world leaders have far-reaching consequences, especially when they are perceived as disrespectful or ignorant. The damage to international relations can take years to repair, and this comment further alienated those who were already critical of the Trump administration's foreign policy, especially in the context of Africa. The repercussions for Trump's public image. Trump has long been a figure known for his unfiltered, brash, and often controversial remarks. Throughout his political career, he has been both admired and criticized for speaking his mind, frequently without regard for the consequences. However, his comment about Lesotho went beyond his usual rhetoric, becoming a major issue in both diplomatic and public relations. This particular remark not only displayed a lack of understanding about a country that, while small, has its own unique political and cultural significance, but it also raised concerns about Trump's broader knowledge of global geography and history. Public figures, particularly those in leadership positions, are expected to demonstrate a certain level of intellectual curiosity and respect for international affairs. When Trump dismissed Lesotho as a country nobody has heard of, it sent a message that he either lacked the awareness of lesser-known nations or simply didn't see them as important. This oversimplification of global matters raised questions about his ability to navigate complex international relations. While his supporters may have shrugged off the comment as part of his straight-talk persona, many others saw it as a glaring example of ignorance on the world stage. For those well-versed in international issues, such remarks can be seen as an indication of a lack of basic global knowledge. This can erode a leader's credibility, especially among educated and informed citizens. In the digital age, information spreads rapidly across the globe. Once Trump's comments were made, they quickly went viral, amplifying the negative effects and drawing attention from critics around the world. The broader issue of global awareness in American politics. Trump's comment about Lesotho is just one example of a larger issue within American politics: a lack of global awareness. The United States, being one of the most influential nations in the world, is often expected to have a deep understanding of international politics and geography. However, many politicians, including Trump, have demonstrated a limited knowledge of the world beyond American borders. Trump's statement about Lesotho highlights the dangers of leaders lacking knowledge about other nations, which can severely impact diplomatic relations and American foreign policy. Ignorance about global complexities leads to hasty decisions that may not align with the U.S. or its allies' long-term interests. Leaders unaware of these intricacies risk alienating partners, mismanaging international crises, and undermining the nation's global standing. Trump's remark serves as a cautionary example of how electing leaders without a solid understanding of global affairs can weaken the U.S. position on the world stage, jeopardizing both security and international cooperation. In an increasingly interconnected world, it is essential for leaders to understand the significance of global issues, from trade to climate change, and the role that smaller or lesser-known nations play in these issues. A more informed and empathetic approach to foreign relations is crucial for fostering global cooperation and peace. The cultural impact and perpetuation of stereotypes. Trump's comment also speaks to a broader cultural issue regarding the way Western countries view Africa and its nations. African nations, particularly those that do not have the same global recognition as powerhouses like Nigeria, South Africa, or Egypt, are often dismissed as irrelevant or unknown. Such views perpetuate harmful stereotypes that continue to harm the reputation of African nations and their citizens. The idea that Lesotho is a country nobody has heard of reinforces the stereotype that African countries are collectively underdeveloped, backward, or unimportant. This view disregards the diversity, culture, and accomplishments of African nations by making sweeping generalizations about a country based on ignorance. Trump perpetuated a narrative that minimizes the importance of the African continent in global affairs. In the case of Lesotho, such comments ignore the country's rich cultural heritage, its contributions to regional peace, and its significant position in southern Africa. Instead of recognizing these unique aspects, Trump's words reduce Lesotho to a mere afterthought, furthering the marginalization of Africa in global discourse. The role of media in amplifying ignorance. In today's age of social media and constant news cycles, the media plays a crucial role in amplifying public figures' statements. Trump's remark about Lesotho quickly went viral, sparking debates and discussions across social platforms. News outlets reported extensively on the comment, often criticizing him for his ignorance. This rapid dissemination of information highlights how the media can shape public perception and influence political discourse. However, the media also played a role in shaping the narrative. By focusing heavily on Trump's comment, media outlets were able to bring attention to the issue, but they also provided a platform for those who wanted to challenge his views. In this case, media coverage served as a way for critics to voice their opinions and shed light on the importance of educating people about the world beyond their own borders. While media outlets often criticize public figures for gaffes, they also have a responsibility to use their platform to encourage dialogue about global awareness and cultural understanding. Instead of simply mocking Trump's ignorance, the media could have used this opportunity to educate the public on the significance of Lesotho and similar nations. The importance of education and cultural sensitivity. In conclusion, Trump's comment about Lesotho serves as a reminder of the dangers of ignorance in leadership. His remarks were not only an embarrassment to himself, but also a missed opportunity to foster greater understanding and respect for African nations and their cultures. The backlash from the global community demonstrates how such comments can backfire, leading to diplomatic tension, a damaged public image, and perpetuating harmful stereotypes. For the U.S. to maintain its global standing and influence, it is imperative that its leaders are well informed about international relations and show respect for all nations, regardless of their size or global recognition. Moreover, as global citizens, we must all strive to educate ourselves about the diverse world we live in and foster a culture of empathy and understanding. Trump's remark about Lesotho may have been a simple comment made in passing, but its repercussions serve as a valuable lesson on the importance of cultural sensitivity and the need for better global awareness in leadership. From one controversial statement to a deeper conversation about how even the most powerful leaders can overlook the world's diverse nations. Trump's comment about Lesotho has certainly made waves. While it may have seemed like an innocent slip-up, the implications are far-reaching, not just for diplomacy, but for the way the world views leadership in the global arena. So, what does this teach us? Perhaps it's a reminder that knowledge, no matter how obscure it may seem, is crucial for those in power. Let us know your thoughts on Trump's geography slip. Do you think it's more of a slip or a sign of something bigger? Drop your opinions below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one, where we'll continue to explore how the world shapes, and sometimes surprises the people in charge.